I've been to each of my 3 classes. Some of it is totally confusing to me. It's just, ugh. Maybe I sound crazy, but sitting down and resting after a very busy last, 3.5 hours. Chris has been gone 3.5 hours. Raylan has just needed a lot. But I wanted to make this video to talk about how the first week of nursing school is going because it's almost over. I've almost finished my first week. I have 3 classes I'm currently taking. One lasts 6 weeks and 2 of them last this whole semester. And I think when that one ends, I start maybe another one. That's a short one. Anyways, each class meets once a week. And so I've been to each of my 3 classes one time, met the teachers, looked at the syllabi, which one is it? I think it's syllabuses, but it could be syllabi. Anyways, I've looked at them. One thing about nursing school, and if any of you are in it, you already know this, almost all your grades are the exams. There are a lot of other things we have to do in these classes, but they're not for very many points. It's almost like all the assignments besides exams are practice and see if you know what you're doing, and we'll tell you, which I kind of like that right now because I haven't taken an exam, but I'm sure exams are extremely high stress because of it. Some of it is totally confusing to me. Like some of the discussion questions in pathophysiology class, I can't even figure out what they're asking. Man, I can't say that and not give you a question. Hang on, let me see. Right now, I'm going on the website. Let's see how long it takes me to log in and find what I'm talking about because technology has been stressful for me. Not just me, other people too, I can tell, but just Chris trying to explain me. I download things and then I download them over and over and over again, and I don't understand where to go to find them. I mean, I know where to find them on the internet, so I just keep re-downloading them, and I don't know where to find them on the computer, and trying to understand how that works. It was not pretty. It was not pretty. Figuring out how to turn things in a Word document when I always use Google Docs, and how to open up a PowerPoint in Microsoft, which we don't have Microsoft, but I do have access to it via my school email. It's just, ugh. What was I looking up? Oh, yeah. Pathophysiology pharmacology. This is the class that's about, I guess, disease and drugs that treat it. So here's discussion questions for next week's class. Oh, man, I'm tired. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't know what most of the discussion questions were even asking. Oh, well, I understand this one. Okay, first one I understand. How do genetics and environmental influences affect an individual's risk for developing cancer? Okay, yeah, if I got that one, I'd be happy. I feel like I could make some answers on that one, but not if I got, where's some other ones? I thought there was a discussion question at the end of each one. I don't know. See, this is how long it takes me to find stuff. I just read all this earlier today, and I thought this was where the discussion questions were. You guys, it's confusing. Oh, here's one. Relate one of the assigned chemotherapeutic agents to a concept of cellular development of cancer. I can't figure out what that means, guys. I tried. So if any of you want to help me, I'm just going to have to hope someone else answers that and that I understand the question, because I don't know what they're saying. And I try looking up the big words in the questions too. I try Googling the exact question to see if someone else answers it. Relate the mechanism of cytotoxic agents to the cellular development of cancer. That's one of them. Cytotoxic agents are some sort of drugs that kill cancer. To the cellular development of cancer. Relate the mechanism of the drug. It just, I'm probably making it harder than this, but pharmacology, pathology stuff, I think that's going to be my hardest class to understand what they're talking about in these discussion questions. Learning about the symptoms of disease, the drugs that treat it, the side effects of the drugs, that's kind of interesting at least though. But in general, what I've learned is they tell you to do way more reading than I think most of us are able to consume and understand in the amount of time we have to do it. And I need to figure out what my study habits are, how I'm going to go about studying. Right now, my method is I printed out the syllabi because they literally have every single assignment listed in them. I haven't printed out the whole syllabuses, just like the course calendar part of each one. It literally lists every single reading assignment, every single activity you're supposed to do. And they're printed out week by week. So I grabbed all of week 1 for my first 3 classes, and I just have checked the stuff off as I've done it. This is why we haven't rested. She just is having a bad time. I'll be back. On a good note, my daughter's much better at communicating with us than she used to be. Like, she used to, if she was upset, be really quiet about it, like silent cry and stuff. And so if you didn't have your eyes on her, you wouldn't always know if she was upset. And she just had a pretty flat affect. Like, a lot of times you couldn't read, did she like what you were doing? Did she not like it? Did she not care? It's a lot easier to read when she likes stuff or doesn't like stuff now. She communicates with her eyes. She makes more noises, and we're so thankful for that. But knowing she's upset is different than knowing why she's upset. Sometimes it's just a position change. Sometimes it's like a seizure thing, we think. Sometimes it's pain. It's such a guessing game. Thought I had it figured out. Do you hear her? It's bedtime. She should be getting sleepy soon. We just got bedtime meds in. She hasn't been sleeping good at night, and I don't know. Probably the sleep psychologist would disagree, but just thought maybe if we move our bedtime back a little later, maybe we'll sleep a little later. She's been waking up a lot and really early in the morning and then just staying awake. It sounds like she calmed herself down. Like, she's got to be really close to going to sleep right now, though. Anyways, I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, school. So I don't think all the reading is possible. I just don't even think it's possible. I printed out in the syllabus, the calendar, and it literally has every single reading assignment and every single activity you need to do, all the assignments and tests. And it has them all week by week. And each syllabus is written like the exact same format. So I'm pretty much using those papers as my calendar. So I grabbed and I separated each week of the calendar. So I have week 1 of my 3 classes on 3 papers. I have week 2 of my 3 classes on 3 papers. And I just check the stuff off as I get it done. I don't think the reading's gonna happen. I think the best use of my time for me is to look at the topics the reading covers and watch a million YouTube videos on those topics and do the Picmonics. I can put a link in the description of Picmonics. It's a program I paid for that has pictures that help you memorize, pictures and stories that help you memorize things like names of drugs and their side effects and all this stuff, or parts of the heart and how it works. So I'm gonna watch YouTube videos, I'm gonna do Picmonics, and I'm gonna see how that goes for week 2 and then do the assignments. And I'm not gonna worry too much about the reading. There's actual like lesson reading where you just click through the pages of the module, and I'm reading that. Like, I'm reading the stuff they put on the website, on the school's website about each topic. But actually looking at the nursing textbooks, I don't know. I had to look at one of them to do the assignments, but like reading the chapters, it's a lot of little bitty print. It's a lot. And maybe I sound crazy, but I just think I do better watching videos on these topics than reading them. We'll see. Everyone learns different. I went to school before YouTube. I went to college before YouTube. I don't know how we did it. We did it. I graduated with good grades, but it is amazing. You need to learn about something, and there's someone that's made a fairly interesting, captivating 10-minute lecture on that topic. Almost every single topic you need. So I have playlists saved right now. Next week's module for pathology, which is the hardest class, is on cancer and cancer drugs. So I have a whole bunch of YouTube playlists for RNs on what we need to know about cancer and cancer drugs, and that's what I'm replacing my reading with. We will see if it pays off or not. We will see. Can I just YouTube my way through school? I don't know. I kind of think it might be possible. I took some notes in class, but really, and maybe it's just because it was the first week and there was a lot of just, we're telling you how things are going to go with school, but I don't even feel like the notes I took were that helpful compared to just listening to lectures on the topics we need to learn about. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But right now, my study plan is YouTube and mark everything off as I go and do here. Yeah, and go check on Raylan again. So that's it. Thanks for listening to me ramble about the first week. It's overwhelming. Technology, especially, is overwhelming. The amount of reading was overwhelming, so I decided I wasn't gonna do it. What is it, Miss Raylan? Would you like to lay on your side? I think she wants to lay on her side. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.